The Morning Sprint.
At 6:52, it's time now for our Thursday morning sprint here on Good Morning Northwest. Let's first check in with Chief Meteorologist Kristen Walls in the Cap KVUE First Alert Weather Center.
And we're still starting off this morning with a few snow flurries on this Thanksgiving morning. There's a live look from Richland's Columbia Point. Watch out for a few slick spots if you are going to be out and about very early this morning. Here's a look at Skywatch radar. You can still see some of this activity out and about, and we'll continue to hold on to that at least through early this morning before this low pressure system moves on out. We still have some winds across the area. We should see improvements there as well, but I am tracking another system that could impact us this weekend. I'll have that full forecast, Monica, in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Kristen. Multiple crashes have been reported across the Tri-Cities, several on I-82 going towards Kennewick. According to troopers, 6 crashes were reported on I-82 Wednesday, with some drivers sliding off onto the shoulders and some blocking traffic. Several tickets have been issued for going too fast for conditions. Officials say black ice was coated over the highway. Drivers are advised to slow down and increase your following distance. And it looks like the traffic lights at Columbia Center Boulevard and Deschutes Avenue won't be fixed until tomorrow. A 2-car crash at the intersection on Tuesday evening knocked out all the traffic lights. City officials say because of the significant damage to the signal's wiring and control panel, extensive repairs need to be done. Police are attempting to be out at the intersection to direct traffic, but are asking drivers to avoid the area to deter from a traffic backup. Kennewick police arrested a 39-year-old man last night after they say he fired his gun at a park. Officers responded to Underwood Park near 6th Avenue and Underwood Street around 9:30. Multiple people called and said they heard the gunshots. Police found Michael Dawson, who said he fired the gun. According to Officer Corey McGee, it doesn't seem like there was an intended target, and the shots were fired into the ground. No one was injured and no property was damaged. A previously convicted sex offender recently found guilty of raping a child in Kennewick was sentenced to life in prison. Back in August, Eric Stallford was found guilty of 3 child sex crimes stemming from multiple incidents starting in 2013. In 1998, he was convicted of 4 child sex crimes in Oregon. He'll spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole. As you're making your Black Friday shopping list, you may also want to think about where you're sending your items. Just like every year, it's the time where your packages may not be there when you get home. To avoid falling victim to theft, police recommend sending your order to work, or if you can't do that, have your neighbor grab it for you once it's delivered. Ring cameras can also deter people, but may not necessarily catch them in the act. Several people were disappointed to find out there wasn't going to be a Bigfoot conference this year in the Tri-Cities, but the event normally brings in over 1,000 people to the area to learn more about the elusive creature. Organizer Russell Accord says he was out exploring in Oregon for Bigfoot with the Travel Channel and didn't have time to put on the event this year. The International Convention will be back in 2020, though. It'll be in Kennewick on Labor Day weekend. The Benton Franklin Health District says that the Tri-Cities area has seen a sudden increase in flu activity over the past few weeks. Health officials say the spike in flu cases appears to be impacting attendance at Tri-Cities schools. Emergency rooms and walk-in clinics have also reported a sudden uptick in the number of people with flu-like symptoms. The health district says vaccination is the best protection against the flu.
And as we give you a live look right now, Legend Skycam Network from Richland's Columbia Point. It is still bitterly cold. We have a few snow flurries left over around the area. And just watch out for some slick spots if you are going to be out and about on the road this morning for your Thanksgiving. So here's what we have left over. Not a whole lot out there, mainly just for the south, the Tri-Cities, Pendleton, Walla Walla, and a few snow flurries just south of Sunnyside this morning as well. A lot of this should be winding down around lunchtime and then back to some sunshine by later on this afternoon. That low pressure system, this has been the culprit for those winds, the snow across Washington and Oregon. That is now going to make its way into Idaho and Montana for the next couple of days, and we'll slowly start to dry things out. So here's Futurecast. As I mentioned, back to some sunshine later on this afternoon. Just going to be a chilly Thanksgiving. Highs today in the mid to upper 30s. Notice any kind of snow chances remaining well off to our east for Black Friday tomorrow. If you're going to be out shopping, still going to be cold, temperatures in the 30s. Saturday it's going to be a dry day, but then we're going to watch this system just to our south. That'll slowly work in here Saturday night into Sunday morning. And this could possibly produce a few more snow showers around the area, mainly for the first part of the day on Sunday, back to partly sunny skies. So certainly a system we will watch for you. I know a lot of people are probably going to be traveling home on Sunday. So again, Keep an eye on that forecast for some changes that might be possibly rolling through. Temperatures right now, most locations are cold. We're 33 Tri-Cities, 32 in Yakima, 30 degrees in Walla Walla. And those wind speeds are going to be dying down today, currently between 15 to 20 miles per hour. That, of course, creating some wind chills early this morning down into the 20s. So here's your Thanksgiving forecast. Just a few leftover snow flurries this morning, and then back to that partly sunny sky. 7-day forecast here. We'll have a quiet start early on Saturday, and then there's those snow chances by Sunday. But thankfully, by next week, we'll be back to some drier conditions. Temperatures there in the upper 30s. And then even for your 7-day forecast for Yakima. We'll start off Saturday morning with some morning fog, and then the snow chances move in by Sunday.
Thank you, Kristen. Very thankful for that report. And thankful to all our viewers for joining us this morning. GMA is next.